Welcome back. The Bharatiya Janata Party legislature will meet and the meeting will be held in Madhya Pradesh to select the new CM of the state. There are several faces in the fray, including incumbent and the longest serving CM of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Another top contender in the mix is Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia. Former Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar is also in talks to possibly become the next CM. Besides these former union ministers, Prahlad Patel is another top contender for the coveted post of the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. We'll in fact get you the latest coming out of Bhopal at this point in time, but also let me welcome Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, onto the program and get her perspective on what is going to happen in Madhya Pradesh. Rajalakshmi, where do you stand when it comes to this mystery that we have seen in Madhya Pradesh? But before I get to you, let me also just quickly go to my colleague Chetan, who's joining us at this point in time to tell us what's the latest coming out of the BJP office in Bhopal. Chetan, अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन पा रहे हैं?
जी
चेतन, क्या अटकलें लगाई जा रही हैं? कौन बनेगा मुख्यमंत्री? जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जो ऑफिस है, जो दफ्तर है, उसके बाहर जो समर्थकों की जो भीड़ है वो काफ़ी एक तरह से उत्सुक है कि किसको मुख्यमंत्री घोषित किया जाएगा। आपने ही थोड़ी देर पहले उनसे बात करने की कोशिश की थी और जो नाम साफ साफ सामने आ रहा था वो दोबारा से शिवराज सिंह चौहान का आ रहा था।
बिल्कुल, देखिए, चर्चा ये चली जा रही है कि मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान को एक बार रिपीट किया जा सकता है, लेकिन नए अगर मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पर बात करें तो प्रहलाद पटेल और नरेंद्र सिंह तोमर के दो प्रमुख नाम यहां पर चल रहे हैं। इसके साथ साथ कैलाश विजयवर्गीय के नाम की भी चर्चा की जा रही है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के तमाम कार्यालय में हम पहुंचे हैं और देखिए दूर दूर तक एक कार्यकर्ताओं की भीड़ और हुजूम देखा जा रहा है कि किस तरीके से कार्यकर्ता अपने समर्थक नेता की तस्वीर लेते हुए यहाँ पर पहुँचते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। प्रहलाद पटेल के समर्थक उनकी तस्वीर लिए हैं, शिवराज के समर्थक उनकी तस्वीर लिए हैं, नरेंद्र सिंह तोमर के कार्यकर्ता उनकी नारेबाजी कर रहे हैं, कैलाश के कार्यकर्ता उनके समर्थकों की बात करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। तो कहा जा सकता है कि अब से विधायक दल की बैठक शुरू हो गई और सभी को केवल यही इंतजार है कि आखिरकार सीएम कौन होगा, कितनी देर में गठन होगा। इस बात का सभी कार्यकर्ता यहाँ पर जो है इंतजार करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। बातचीत करते हैं, कार्यकर्ता मेरे साथ हैं। किसको सीएम में देखना चाह रहे हैं?
अब जो संगठन तय करेगा।
आप किसको चाह रहे हो?
अब लोकसभा
आपके मन में क्या है?
हमारे मन में तो ये है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिसको ही मुख्यमंत्री बनाएगी। हम
लोकसभा तक क्या कहेंगे?
शिवराज सिंह को रहना चाहिए कायदे में, तो अभी लोकसभा तक। तो आपके
मन में क्या कैसा सीएम होना चाहिए?
जी, इस बार बदलाव होना चाहिए। इस बार प्रहलाद पटेल को सीएम होना चाहिए।
पटेल, आपको?
जी, प्रहलाद पटेल को सीएम।
कहाँ से आए हो?
बीना से।
किसको चाहते हो सीएम?
शिवराज सिंह।
शिवराज को क्यों?
बेटा उन्होंने मेहनत करी,
18 साल तो काम कर लिया, अब तो करेंगे।
अभी भी तो नहीं ने बनाई।
देश के नेता बन गए, देश में भी काम करने दो कि प्रदेश में रुक के रखोगे?
तो देश में भी करेंगे ना, वो तो प्रदेश में।
चलिए देखिए, यहाँ पर शिवराज के समर्थक पहुंचे। भाई साहब, किसको सीएम देखेंगे?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व जिसको तय कर दे।
भाई साहब, किसको देखेंगे सीएम? आप बड़े बुजुर्ग हैं, बताइए।
माननीय कैलाश विजयवर्गीय के रूप में हम नया सीएम देखना चाहते हैं।
कही आपने बात, कैलाश जी को क्यों?
क्योंकि कैलाश जी का नेता है, काफी पुराने नेता है और हर क्षेत्र में उन्होंने कार्य किया है।
ये बात तो जमी आपकी। किसको चाहते हो?
कैलाश जी बनेंगे, राष्ट्रीय नेता हैं कैलाश जी।
कार्यकर्ताओं को मन बदलने लगा। ये कार्यकर्ता सुबह जो बात कर रहे थे ना कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का संगठन तय करेगा कि आखिरकार सीएम कौन होगा, अब यही कार्यकर्ताओं के तेवर बदल गए। बात करेंगे, किसको चाहेंगे?
सिंधिया जी। सिंधिया
जी क्यों?
ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया।
सिंधिया जी क्यों?
देखने में सुंदर, उनकी वजह सरकार आई है। लाडली बहना और सिंधिया जी बोलो सरकार आई ही है।
बड़ी बात कही है। 2018 में शिवराज कमलनाथ के साथ थे, इसलिए मध्य प्रदेश में कांग्रेस की सरकार आई थी, लेकिन 23 में सिंधिया बीजेपी के साथ हैं, इसलिए मध्य प्रदेश में बीजेपी की सरकार आई है। लेकिन कार्यकर्ता यहाँ पर अनेक पहुंच रहे हैं। बातचीत करेंगे, किसको देखना चाहेंगे इस बार?
बदलाव
के रूप में कौन होना चाहिए नया चेहरा?
सिंधिया जी रहते युवाओं में तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता है।
युवा या सीनियर?
देखिए, सीनियर तो अपनी जगह है, युवा भी होना चाहिए। अनुभव जिसको
All right, well, those are live shots coming in at this point in time from the Bharatiya Janata Party office in Bhopal. We're talking about the contenders for the Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh. Rajalakshmi Joshi joins us on the program to give her perspective on the same. Rajalakshmi, do you think that this is a tough situation for the Bharatiya Janata Party to be in? To be loyal to someone who's been at the helm of the affairs in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, we have some breaking news coming in. The decision has been taken. Mohan Yadav is going to be the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, is what we are learning at this point in time.
स्वागत करते हैं। इससे निश्चित रूप से जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख क्षेत्र में हमारी जो मुस्लिम समाज की बहनें हैं, माताएं हैं, उनके लिए वरदान।
Mohan Yadav is the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. That is breaking news coming in at this point in time. He is a member of the Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly from the Ujjain Dakshin constituency in Ujjain. He became an MLA for the first time in 2013 from the same seat. In 2018, he was once again elected as an MLA from the Ujjain Dakshin seat. Chetan, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to give us more details about this. Chetan, अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन पा रहे हैं, मोहन यादव मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे मध्य प्रदेश के, क्या जानकारी मिल सकती है? ज़्यादातर लोग यही पूछना चाहेंगे कि मोहन यादव कौन है, पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी और अगर उनके पूरे चुनावी एक तरह से संस्करण की बात की जाए तो उसमें काफ़ी काबिज रहे हैं। ये 2 बार चुनाव जीत चुके हैं, 2013 में, 18 में, पर जब लोकप्रियता की बात आती है तो शायद इनका नाम अभी उतना मौजूद नहीं है जितना शिवराज सिंह चौहान का है। चेतन, all right, we'll try and get you some latest updates on what we have just flashed on our screens. Mohan Yadav is going to be the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Rajyalakshmi Joshi was in the middle of articulating her response. Rajyalakshmi, we finally have a new Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh. It is not Shivraj Singh Chauhan, it is not Madhav Rao Sindhya, it's not Prahlad Patel, it's not Kailash Vijayvargiya. It is somebody that perhaps most of us have not even heard of. So that only goes on and points to one thing, that he perhaps is one of those legmen for the Bharatiya Janata Party who are responsible for creating and taking all the action for their party, behind the curtains, and are being rewarded now by being, brought out of the curtain.
Yes, Vineet, it does look like that. That, most of us only knew about the main key faces. And, on a lighter note, they always say that whoever is spoken about as the CM probable, they definitely are out of the race. So, most of the time that is what happens in the BJP. And, so this is definitely a very surprise packet. And, earlier you were asking me about this difficult situation that BJP is in. So I just wanted to add that thing there, that, BJP is in this supposedly difficult position because it is spoiled for choice, Vineet. So there are a whole lot of, second-rung leaders, there are a whole lot of leaders all across the party who definitely can take up the challenge. See, but the thing and the question is that people, they have to be given and they have to be allotted new responsibilities for them to be able to rise to the challenge. So I'm sure that this person, he has been there in he has started his career with the ABVP and he has been there right from 1988. As I can see, so he has had this long association with the BJP, and I'm sure that he has been a dedicated karyakarta. Just like you said, that he has put in a lot of efforts, and it is not definitely just not the sole responsibility or the achievement of Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji that the party achieved this stupendous success. Just imagine, after 18 years, when the same party is able to get this kind of a success, it definitely means that it definitely.
Okay, let me cut across to my colleague Yadav Gupta, who is joining us on the phone line at this point in time. Yadav, अगर आप मेरी बात सुन पा रहे हैं?
जी जी।
मोहन यादव नए मुख्यमंत्री बन चुके हैं मध्य प्रदेश के। लोगों को ज्यादा जानकारी नहीं है, पर अटकलें यही लगाई जा रही हैं कि अगर इनको मुख्यमंत्री बनाया गया है तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए जो एक तरह से इनका कंट्रीब्यूशन होगा, योगदान होगा, वो काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण होगा। इसी वजह से इनको ये उपाधि मिली है।
हाँ बिल्कुल, संघ के पुराने कार्यकर्ता हैं मोहन यादव और उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री भी रहे हैं मध्य प्रदेश के, और उज्जैन साउथ से चुनकर विधानसभा में पहुंचे हैं। क्योंकि जिस तरह से लगातार खबरें आ रही थी कि नरेंद्र मोदी और अमित शाह की जोड़ी चौंकाएगी, तो फिर वही चौंकाने वाला नाम अमित शाह और नरेंद्र मोदी ने तय किया। क्योंकि जो प्रबल दावेदार थे, चाहे शिवराज सिंह चौहान की बात करें, नरेंद्र सिंह तोमर की बात करें, प्रहलाद पटेल की बात करें, इन सबको दरकिनार करते हुए कि बहुत ज्यादा सीनियर नहीं है मोहन यादव, लेकिन संघ के पुराने कार्यकर्ता रहे। और एक खबर ये भी चली थी कि बीजेपी किसी ऐसे नेता को मध्य प्रदेश की सत्ता सौंप देगी जिसके पास थोड़ा ज्यादा समय हो, जो युवा हो। तो मोहन यादव युवा भी हैं, संघ के पुराने कार्यकर्ता भी रहे, संघ की रीति नीति को बेहतर तरीके से जानते हैं, संघ के एजेंडे को बढ़ाते हैं हमेशा। आगे शायद यही कारण है कि संगठन की ओर से उनको तय किया गया है मध्य प्रदेश की सत्ता संभालने के लिए। और लोकसभा चुनाव भी नजदीक होते, जिस तरीके से संघ का दखल बढ़ा है, तो संघ के ही पुराने कार्यकर्ताओं को मध्य प्रदेश की सत्ताई कमान मिली है।
Chaliye, Mohan Yadav to be the next Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh is the big news coming in. This was a mystery that we had been speaking of. Let me in fact take reactions from our other panelists as well who are a part of the show at this point in time. Sumit Peer, Mohan Yadav is the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. The Bharatiya Janata Party obviously very famous for rewarding those people who work behind the scenes and giving them, this kind of a platform and popularity, when they most deserve it. Do you think this is a classic case of that template?
Vineet, it is a classic case. I was just telling you 10 minutes back, sir, 10 minute ruke, 100% surprise aayega, and the surprise has come. So when usually, because for somebody who doesn't understand Sangh ki sabhyata and sanskar as a private limited company, it is very difficult for...
मेरा नाम शिवनारायण लोधी है, मैं गुना से हूँ। मैं नया सीएम देखना चाहता हूँ और हमको और समय में नए सीएम के रूप में आएंगे, हमको ये पूरा विश्वास है।
आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम बसंत साहू है।
कहाँ से हैं?
हुजूर विधानसभा बोलारो। हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी का समर्थन करते हैं और जो मुख्यमंत्री के लिए जो भी संगठन तय करेगा वो सीएम बनेगा।
प्रहलाद पटेल का समर्थन,
देखिए संगठन जिसका भी नाम तय करेगा वो मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा, वो सबके लिए स्वीकार होगा। भारत माता की जय।
किसका समर्थन करने क्या?
देखिए हम लोग संगठन के लोग हैं और संगठन का निर्णय सर्वोपरि होता है। जो भी संगठन निर्णय करेगा उसे सहर्ष से स्वीकार किया जाए।
चेहरे की बात हो रही है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
देखिए कोई भी चेहरा आएगा, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता होगा वो, और ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी संगठनात्मक पार्टी है। संगठन जो तय करेगा उसे सभी को स्वीकार करना।
आपकी पसंद क्या है?
पसंद जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की पसंद है, जो हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष की पसंद है, वो हमारी पसंद है।
सर आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा अवधेश सिसोदिया नाम है। जो संगठन की पसंद होगी वो हमारी पसंद होगी।
लेकिन कहा जा रहा है कि नया चेहरा इस बार,
तो नया चेहरा रामेश्वर शर्मा,
भारतीय जनता
पार्टी में नया चेहरा रामेश्वर शर्मा भी हो सकता है। 3 बार के विधायक हैं, तो वो 3 नया चेहरा हो सकते हैं। रामेश्वर शर्मा हिंदू छवि है उनकी।
लेकिन यहाँ जो समर्थक है वो शिवराज सिंह चौहान।
देखिए बोले ना, देखिए शिवराज सिंह जी नहीं बनते हैं ना, तो 3 साल के विधायक है रामेश्वर शर्मा, उनको सीएम बनाया जा सकता है। ऑप्शन है और संगठन जहाँ जिसको बनाएगा सर्वोपरि वो हमारा सीएम होगा।
All right, little that we know about Mr. Mohan Yadav. He is somebody who is extremely proud of the Ujjain culture. He believes in Janta Janardhan. He's obviously very, very passionate about restoring the temple culture in Madhya Pradesh as well. Is a big supporter of farmers and of course is also very enthusiastic about bringing wrestling and other sports to Madhya Pradesh and training people to be represented from Madhya Pradesh at the national and the international level as well. Has gone on to represent Ujjain South a number of times. Is of course vouching for partnership with other MLAs and leaders in Madhya Pradesh for overall development of Madhya Pradesh and the country at large as well. All right, Sumit Peer, let me in fact go back to you, because in fact when you started speaking we had to go to that particular report. This is of course a surprise for many, and a lot of people will be on Google trying to figure out who Mr. Mohan Yadav is, and that's a salvo, or that's a surprise that the BJP springs up very often.
Vineet, when I were talking 10 minutes back, I told you, sir, surprise आएगा 10 मिनट रुकिए. There will be a surprise for sure because you have to understand संघ की सभ्यता and संस्कृति. If you, as a private limited company, you don't understand it, where you are driven by the family, you will not understand it. You have to understand the cadre. There was a Sangh Swayam Sevak and a Pracharak who used to mop the floor of the Sangh. Today he is the Prime Minister of the country. There's one more Sangh, Swayam Sevak who has become the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. So it is a transformational leadership wherein the new people are given chance, where the new generation is given chance, where you do even a change of guard when it comes to the leadership. Now, when you talk of Prime Minister Modi, he is there because of his Athak Karm Yog. He has won election after election after election. It's not because he's born to a particular family. Nadda ji, same thing. BL Santosh ji, Swayam Sevak Pracharak, again because of his hard work, he is there. If you talk of Amit Bhai Shah, you know what Amit Bhai Shah can deliver. Let's not even talk of that. So they are there. They are controlling the things because they are Karm Yogis and delivered best in their, in their sphere of influence and work. They are not there because they are born to a particular family and they are a brother of somebody, they are mother of somebody or the sister of somebody. That is why they are there. So this is the difference. What is very difficult for, Congress to comprehend. That is why our Rahul Gandhi ji always attacks Sangh and always attacks, Sangh for anything. Because he knows this invisible cadre of Sangh, which is in multiple crores, when they do the thing, when they can produce Modi ji, when they can produce Yadav ji, and when they can produce Khattar ji, and many more of them, right? So this, what the new surprise Sangh has, what the new surprise BJP has, this is something what they cannot comprehend. Now they will take time to understand Mr. Yadav. They will try to know what are his strengths and weaknesses. They will fail to understand how could he become the MP, MP's chief minister when it was not seen. Let me take you back to Gujarat. Nitin Bhai Patel was one-time MLA. If he can become the chief minister, why not Mr. Yadav? What is wrong in Mr. Yadav? We should welcome this transformational leadership where there's a generational shift, where there's a transformational shift, and we'll see such things being now. We will see a lot of new faces coming in the cabinet, and Modi ji always believes we need around 30% of the people should be new.
Okay, Prem Dodia, my colleague is also joining us at this point in time to give us the latest. Prem, अगर आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं? Prem? प्रेम, अगर आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
जी हाँ, मुझे आवाज मिल पा रही है।
चलिए प्रेम मध्य प्रदेश को नया मुख्यमंत्री मिला है और ये कहा जा सकता है कि नया सफा भी खुला है मध्य प्रदेश में। बहुत देर तक राज किया शिवराज सिंह चौहान ने, पर अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी चाहती थी कि किसी नए चेहरे को लाया जाए, एक नई ऊर्जा को जन्म दिया जाए।
जी हाँ, निश्चित तौर पर, क्योंकि निश्चित तौर पर धर्मनगरी उज्जैन से यह नया चेहरा दिया गया है, बाबा महाकाल की दिया गया है। दरअसल में इस वक्त जो मोहन यादव विधायक है दक्षिण विधानसभा के, उन्हीं के कार्यालय के बाहर हो। आप देख सकते हैं कि यही मेरे सामने के कार्यालय जो चुनाव के दौरान उनका कार्यालय बना है, यह उनका स्थायी कार्यालय जो कि दक्षिण विधानसभा में है। यहाँ पर आप कार्यकर्ताओं का जो उत्साह है, जो जश्न का माहौल है, वो साफ तौर पर देख सकते हैं। आतिशबाजी की जा रही है, नारे लग रहे हैं। तभी जैसे ही यह जानकारी लगी, तत्काल यहाँ पर जो उनके समर्थक हैं ये बड़ी संख्या में जुटते जा एकत्रित हो रही। आप देख सकते हैं कि नारे लगे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नरेंद्र मोदी के नारे। आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे विधायक जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि धर्मनगरी उज्जैन से सीएम खुद जो डॉक्टर मोहन यादव है क्षेत्र के विधायक है। मैं बता दूं कि वे यहाँ पर तीसरी बार के विधायक है। मंत्री यहाँ पर उन्होंने जगत में नेतृत्व किया था, उच्च शिक्षा का जगत किया था, पीएचडी धारक है, डॉक्टर मोहन यादव है। तो उनका जो जश्न है वो साफ तौर पर यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है। वे भी कार्यकर्ता है, उसमें उत्साह है। पर मेरे साथ खुद युवा मोर्चा मुख्यमंत्री मौजूद है। मध्य प्रदेश के नेतृत्व ने हमारे उत्तर विधानसभा के लोकप्रिय युवा ऊर्जावान और जुझारू विधायक आदरणीय मोहन यादव जी को इस मध्य प्रदेश का नेतृत्व करने का अवसर दिया है। मैं आदरणीय मोहन यादव जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ और नेतृत्व के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ, जिन्होंने इस मध्य प्रदेश में एक नई इबारत देखी है कि युवा को मौका दिया है और ये काम करने वालों को मौका दिया। देख सकते हैं कि वह चेहरा मुख्यमंत्री बन चुके हैं जिसे वे यहाँ सहज रूप से जिससे मिलते थे, जिसके थे। जी जी
चलिए इस जानकारी के लिए
जैसे छोटे से कार्यकर्ता को हमारे सभी मित्रों ने मिलकर कर आपके मार्गदर्शन में जो जवाबदारी दी, यद्यपि मैं उस लायक नहीं हूँ, लेकिन आप सबका प्रेम, आपका आशीर्वाद, सहयोग मिलेगा तो निश्चित रूप से मैं कोशिश करूँगा। एक बार फिर आप सबका आभार, धन्यवाद।
माननीय प्रदेश अध्यक्ष आदरणीय विष्णुदत्त जी शर्मा बयान आज की इस कार्रवाई का समापन।
आज नवनिर्वाचित विधायक दल की बैठक में हमारे नए नेता चुने गए आदरणीय मोहन यादव जी, जोरदार तालियों से हम उनका अभिनंदन करें। और हमारे केंद्रीय पर्यवेक्षक आदरणीय मनोहर खट्टर जी, आदरणीय लक्ष्मण जी, बहन सुश्री आशा रकड़ा जी, उनका भी मैं बहुत हृदय से धन्यवाद करता हूँ। और विधायक दल की बैठक सभी विधायकों का बहुत बहुत आभार और नए नेताओं की बधाई के साथ सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और बैठक विधिवत तौर पर अब समाप्त होती है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
All right, live visuals coming in. Mohan Yadav is the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. This is big breaking news coming in. The suspense over who's going to be the Mukhyamantri of Madhya Pradesh is over. And Rajendra Shukla and Jagdish Deora have been appointed as the Deputy Chief Ministers of Madhya Pradesh. Narendra Singh Tomar will be Speaker. So this in Madhya Pradesh is sorted. I'm going to go over to our guests and try and understand what could have been the motivation behind choosing Mohan Yadav as the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Sharda, if you're still there with us and if you can hear me. Mr. Sharda? Mr. Ratan Sharda? Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Sharda. What could have been the motivation behind having, Mr. Mohan Yadav as the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh? And I could see Shivraj Singh Chauhan seated on that dais, on that podium, with a dejected look on his face. Usually he's beaming, he's smiling, but he didn't look himself. When we saw those visuals come in, he's obviously disappointed.
Well, obviously, somebody has ruled a state as Chief Minister for 18 years. You don't expect to be beaming when he loses power, despite knowing that he will lose power. It's a momentary emotion, and I'm sure he will get back to it. See, he's just 64-year-old, and he was the Chief Minister at the age of 46. So for a person at such a young age to achieve something so wonderful and continuously being elected and being leading the state was itself a very wonderful thing. Now, Mohan Yadav is 58-year-old. So I believe that Mr. Shivraj Chauhan has a long political innings still in him. More than 10 to 12 years he'll be able to work, whether as a cabinet minister or as a party, important person in party. He'll be around for at least another decade and is going to utilize it to the maximum.
And welcome our guests. We're going to be talking about back to where we were, which is of course the politics of Madhya Pradesh. There's a new Chief Minister in Mr. Mohan Yadav. Sumitra Goenka, political analyst, joins us on the program. Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst as well, here with us. Mr. Nikhil Jain, again a political analyst, and Advocate Gyanendra Mishra, also with us on the program. Sumitra Goenka, I'm going to come to you. I hope you can hear me. Well, Madhya Pradesh has a new Chief Minister, and what we were discussing before we cut to those visuals that came in from Bhopal is that we did see a dejected Shivraj Singh Chauhan seated on top of that stage, despite doing everything right.
Yeah, good evening, Vineet. I think when you look at Madhya Pradesh elections, you were seeing that Shivraj Singh Chauhan was somewhere not expecting him said to be the chief minister. We could see with the kind of body language or he not going to Delhi and meeting with the top leadership of BJP. So you could see that. In fact, I saw a couple of interviews also where he mentioned that he is not one of the contenders, or he is waiting for the top leadership to get back. So naturally, I think after being the CM for so long, and when somebody else becomes the CM, personally, if you look at it, it could be a little bit of a setback. But I think BJP is supposed to give surprises, and the names which we see always on the television, I think none of them are ever appointed ministers or ever appointed to the top post. So the more they kind of put the TV channels or the media, when they speak about people, like you were saying that there were 6-7 probable names which were continuously being showed on the television sets, and somewhere we could guess that it may not be one of those names, because BJP is always seen to bring out a surprise. Earlier also we have seen that. So I think
it wouldn't have been done just for the sake of surprise. What do you think was the motivation behind electing somebody like Mohan Yadav?
See, if you look at BJP, I think it is a party where even the smallest karyakarta has become the chief minister or the prime minister. So it's not a dynastic kind of a mindset which runs. There is an election which is happening within the party, and opportunities are given to the smallest karyakarta to go to the highest position. So this is something which the BJP wants to, I think, project, that every single person can aim for the higher post, and it is not only because you are the son or daughter of somebody, or because you are coming from a certain political family, or you are a known face somewhere, that is because of which you are going to become the CM or the PM. So basically I think that is something which BJP has been trying to do in all the states. If you see, it kind of started with Devendra Fadnavis. When he came to Maharashtra, he was not the topmost leader of Maharashtra. There were so many others who were more senior to him. I don't want to take the names, but if you look at the list, there could be 15-20 leaders much ahead of Mr. Fadnavis. But he was brought in, and then today he is one of the most popular faces of Maharashtra. Similarly, you could see in Pushkar Singh Dhami also. Now you can see in Chhattisgarh we have seen this. So they are giving opportunities to simple people, people who have the capabilities, who have low visibility, silent workers, I would say, people who are creating an impact, people whom they think can go for a long way, maybe next 15-20 years, and maybe Shivraj Singh Chauhan will get a bigger role somewhere, because you cannot rule that out also. The victory belongs to him as well. People of Madhya Pradesh also love him. People of the country also love him. So I think he might get a promotion, probably. That is something which is in the store for him.
All right, Nikhil Jain, your first response, of course, you wanted to make a point also while the previous panelists were speaking. Go ahead.
First of all, this allegation of dynasty, that the Congress practices dynasty, but the BJP does not. Let me remind all the panelists that the BJP has only been in power in the past 30 or so years. Before that, they never had a state government, they never had a central government, so they could not have created a dynasty before that. And now when they have the opportunity to do that, you have Nirmala Sitharaman, Piyush Goyal, and a bunch of leaders in the central leadership that are dynasts. You have Yadurappa's son, who is the head of the BJP in Karnataka. So let's not say that the BJP does not have any dynasty. It proliferates dynasty as much as any other political party does. And it is not even behind to bring in dynasts from other parties into its own party. We have seen with the Jyotiraditya Scindia, we've seen that with Jitin Prasada, and they're also not behind in giving credence to royalties, who are the dynasties of generations, not even just generations, but centuries, like Diya Kumari in Rajasthan. Secondly, when we say that Mohan Yadav is a young new face and he can carry on for 15-20 years, may I remind everybody that he's a 58-year-old gentleman who's just 6 years younger than Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So this is not a generational change, so to speak of. Then Vineet, you were asking that you've been asking the panelists ki why is this decision, and obviously it cannot be just for the surprise element. This goes completely in sync with what I was saying, that they are not going to remove, that the BJP is not going to remove an OBC chief minister for another OBC chief, for a non-OBC. And obviously Shivraj Singh Chauhan had to be removed because he is a strong state leader, and this is not what the Modi Shah combine wants, which is why they got an OBC chief minister, and to also augment him in their symbolism as well as to weaken him, they've gotten a Brahman deputy chief minister and a scheduled caste deputy chief minister. There were inklings that there might be a tribal chief minister, but that the BJP has already given in Chhattisgarh. This perfectly fits into the symbolism of having every caste group represented one way or the other. I would have been perfectly fine with it. I would have applauded it had these people been empowered in that like manner, but we've already seen with a number of other similar leaders in the country by the BJP that they are there only for their caste or namesake. They're not there with actual power. So far as Mohan Yadav is concerned, I was actually very shocked when you said the name. I had to actually Google it like so many other people. Turns out the same moment that you had announced that he had been the CM, and I opened the Wikipedia page, there's already CM written on him. So it's not just that the Modi Shah combine. No, apparently some other people in the BJP IT cell also know who've been updating the Wikipedia page. This person first becomes an MLA in 2013, then in 18, and in 2020 he becomes a cabinet minister for the first time. Now BJP is a party which time and again comes up with this allegation ki what is the administration experience of XYZ to be the prime minister or the chief minister. Now I would like to ask them, is the administrative experience of a 3-year cabinet minister sufficient enough for them to be made the chief minister? Again, Sumit Bhai was earlier raising the point of the Gujarat chief minister, that a 5-time MLA, a single-time MLA had been made the chief minister. Is the person well equipped enough to hold the rank of the CM? And another important point, that the BJP fielded multiple union ministers in Madhya Pradesh as well as Rajasthan. Now that the CM and the deputy CM have both been announced, what has essentially happened? That those union ministers who were fielded here, Prahlad Patel and Narendra Singh Tomar has been downgraded to that of a state speaker from the state cabinet, from a union cabinet minister. And what happens to Prahlad Patel? Nothing. He's been downgraded from the status of a union minister to probably a state cabinet minister, maybe just an MLA. So it is not like the BJP is always promoting its karyakartas. Nobody can falter Shivraj Singh Chauhan for not working hard enough. Yet some people in the panel are saying that he'll get a promotion. I'm sorry, but there is no promotion beyond the Madhya Pradesh chief minister. It has to be the Prime Minister of India or possibly the Home Minister, which is not something that he's getting. So anything that he gets now is a demotion. And we also, the points have also been made that BJP is a party जो एक आम कार्यकर्ता को chief minister, prime minister बनाता है perfectly well. But are you saying that Shivraj Singh Chauhan is not a कार्यकर्ता, or Prahlad Patel is not, or Kailash Vijayvargiya is not? So all of these people have been working for the BJP and the RSS for years and decades. So to say that Mohan Yadav being made the chief minister is somewhere, giving more leg up to the booth workers, that is not right. These people have also risen from the ground. The fact of the matter remains, Mohan Yadav is a person with very, very little political capital. And I'm afraid, but all of us can see this, that is going to be controlled from Delhi, which is not what the people of Madhya Pradesh.
Okay, before we get a response on what you have said, that Mohan Yadav is going to be controlled from Delhi, let's also take a response from Advocate Gyanendra Mishra on this new appointment as well. Advocate Mishra? Advocate Mishra,
yes. Can you hear me, Vinit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I audible? Yeah. No, obviously, it has not come to as a surprise to anyone, because there were ripe speculation that Shivraj Singh Chauhan will be denied the chief ministership. The reason obviously is baffling to all of us, because in Madhya Pradesh, where the BJP was least expected to come back to power, and where at the last leg of campaign, the entire campaign was basically left for Shivraj Singh Chauhan to handle from the ground level, because it was given that the BJP is losing the power and no central leadership was ready to be identified with that. And last 2 months, and I am witness to that, Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan has put the ante, and he did extensive campaign, and the result is for everybody to see. And therefore, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, by all political parameters and scales, whether you look at the getting back the BJP to power where no one was expecting it to happen, single-handedly kind of leading the campaign, election campaign, conceptualizing and implementing the various welfare schemes which basically resonated with the people, and therefore they put the BJP back in power. He, from the caste and other perspective also, he completely suits the bill, but he has been removed. And therefore, it seems to be now we're trained for the BJP and the region and the political and social region for the best known to the BJP only, that all the established leaders at the state levels are being ignored and completely newcomers.
You said that he's somebody who's going to be controlled from Delhi. I'm going to get a response from Rajalakshmi Joshi, and I also believe she's itching to respond to that. But before that, I'm going to go to the big screen and folks try and tell you who Mr. Mohan Yadav is, what's his biodata, where does he come from. We've already been talking about why he was chosen, why he is the chosen one as the Chief Minister when it comes to Madhya Pradesh. Of course, he was born on the 24th of March, 1965 in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, and southern Ujjain is the constituency that he also represents. And Nikhil already pointed out that he's 58 years of age. In July 2020, he took the oath as a cabinet minister for the first time. He also won 2013, 2018, was an MLA in 2013 from Ujjain Dakshin, which is of course the south seat, for the first time, representing the Bharatiya Janata Party. In 2018, the legislative assembly elections were held. He was once again elected from the same MLA, from the same constituency, and he took the oath as a cabinet minister in Madhya Pradesh government in July 2020. And he is the man who has replaced Shivraj Singh Chauhan, somebody who has been, in fact, a seasoned Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh for decades now. In 1982, he was the co-secretary of the Madhav Science College Students' Union. In 1984, he was the president of the Madhav Science College Students' Union and city minister of ABVP Ujjain as well. He's well educated. He's got an LLB. He's got a doctor's degree as well. In 1988, he's the co-minister of the ABVP Madhya Pradesh and member of the National Executive, Minister of the Council of State in the year 1989, ending in 1919. A very active political youth. And in 1991, 1992, he was a member of the National Council. And in 2004 to 2010, he was the head of Development Authority of Madhya Pradesh. So, very correctly, we can say at this point in time that he's worked closely with Shivraj Singh Chauhan. In 2008, he was the head of the Bharat Scouts and Guides from 11 to 13. He was the cabinet minister of Madhya Pradesh. And this is more or less a synopsis of his biodata. In 2013, as we have said, he was elected as an MLA from Ujjain Dakshin constituency. 2013 to 16, the co-convener of the All India Cultural Cell as well. So somebody who's in fact, spent his entire life in the political service of Madhya Pradesh and the BJP. In 2018, like we said, he was re-elected from the same constituency. In 2020, became a cabinet minister in the Madhya Pradesh government under Shivraj Singh Chauhan, is what we know. In 2023, elected as an MLA from the same constituency, and eventually the apex, the culmination of his political career has been becoming the CM of Madhya Pradesh. Like I said before, I took this information. It is imperative that we understand what was said here. Rajalakshmi Joshi, is this something which also warrants a look at what's going on in Bhopal and what's going on in Delhi, alluding to the same point that was made that this is.
रंजना ऐसे नहीं होता है, रंजना नहीं होता है। चलो चलो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस मानी प्रेस हॉल में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में कौन चलो आप सभी डाइस पे पहुंच जाए, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस वाली डाइस पे पहुंच जाए सभी मीडिया। अरे कोई नहीं बना रहा है।
बुला रहा है, 2 मिनट बुला तो रहा है
सर, क्या कहेंगे? ऐसे नहीं होगा। संदीप भाई आइए ना, एक बार आप इकट्ठे करवाओ ना। संदीप जी आइए, चलिए।
और वो संघ के काम में लगे रहे, विद्यार्थी परिषद में भूमिका निभाई, बीजेपी में भी लगातार तीसरी बार से वो जो विधायक बन रहे हैं, जमीन से जुड़े हुए कार्यकर्ता हैं, उज्जैन से विधायक हैं और निश्चित रूप से जो यहाँ तक मध्य प्रदेश की यात्रा, विकास यात्रा चली है, इसको और आगे बढ़ाने की भूमिका उनकी रहेगी।
कई नाम चल रहे थे लेकिन मोहन यादव
ये
All right, Rajalakshmi, sorry for that interruption. We were getting live shots and perhaps Mohan Yadav did speak there. Okay, coming back to our debate, do you think that Bhopal is going to be run from Delhi as just has been commented?
Not at all, Vineet. Though definitely there will be better coordination between Delhi and Bhopal if both the governments are the BJP. So that is exactly what PM Modi speaks about, the double engine sarkar, and that has been happening all these years with Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji also. So that coordination is definitely going to be there. But then I don't think that anyone can blame them of being some kind of a remote control. And I think that the Congress needs to speak as less as possible about this thing about the remote control, because then we have seen how a prime minister has been run by a remote control by somebody else. The Congress Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh. So then I think that this accusation that the Congress is making, I think that is absolutely baseless. This the new candidate of the CM, the person who has been newly appointed, I was just reading his biodata, and he has been awarded by the president not once but twice for exceptional work and for promoting tourism and doing exceptional work in Ujjain. So I don't think that this is somebody like a novice or somebody who is not used to administration at all. So just imagine 10 years earlier, if this person has got the president's award, so then just imagine that the kind of experience that person has by now. So I think that this person definitely has a long way to go. And, we have seen that in the past, like Sumitra ji also was talking about, there is this entire list of chief ministers who have been given this challenge and they have lived up to it. They have outperformed any of our expectations. So then all of that is definitely there. So I think that this the new CM Mohan Yadav ji is definitely somebody that the BJP has looked into all the pros and cons. They wouldn't be stupid to give somebody who is not capable enough just before the 2024 elections. So I think that is completely out of question, Vineet. And another thing that the previous panelist was speaking about was about how the central leadership had completely given up in Madhya Pradesh because they had not expected to win at all, and that it was only Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji who actually was taking up this challenge. Now, just let me tell you, as a statistic, PM Modi ji has done 42 rallies in this entire stretch of the 5 state elections. And he has done 15 rallies in Rajasthan and 15 rallies in Madhya Pradesh. So those were the maximum rallies, and he has given maximum effort in Rajasthan and in Madhya Pradesh. And in the other states also, because they were a little smaller states, so then, and with lesser seats, so he has done a little lesser number of rallies there. So, you cannot actually downplay the effort of the Prime Minister there and of the entire all the other campaign, the other star campaigners also of the BJP. So you can't just downplay somebody like that and say that it was only the efforts of Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji. It was the entire team. Vineet, the entire team of the BJP has gotten into all of this. Now, another difference that I would want to say is, yes, in the case of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji was campaigning all over Madhya Pradesh. And at the end of it all, he has given a lot of indication to say that he is actually not looking for the post of the chief minister. So that has come out many times in contrast with what some of the contenders of the Congress have been doing. So they have been blatantly going around everywhere saying that I am going to be the next chief minister, and they didn't even win. So just imagine that is a kind of a difference. And now, in contrast, Mr. Baghel, he was actually confined to campaigning only within his own constituency, because he was not even sure that he will win his own constituency, let alone the whole state. So,
all right, some good points, Rajalakshmi.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.